cultivation, technology, and economics. I now request the speaker to begin her talk. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you, Agriculture Information Team, for this opportunity. My presentation will be on small cardamom cultivation technology. As we all know, cardamom is called as queen of spices. It is one of the important spices cultivated in the world, and it is one of the oldest known spices in the world. And it is botanically called as Eleutheria cardamom. It belongs to the family Gingiberaceae. And India is the origin of this Eleutheria cardamom, that is our small cardamom. But in India, we have only one it is a monotypic genus. Only one species is available. If you see in Piper and all, there are many species available in India. But in case of Eleutheria cardamom, we have only one species available in India. And as I already told, it is originated from our Western Ghats. And here the economical part from this spice is dried fruits. Those are called as capsules. It is cultivated for that purpose and it will be used as spice. And let's see the area and production of cardamom in India. If you see in India, the area under cardamom from 2016-17 to 2020-21, if you see there is not much change in the area. But in production, if you see, compared to 16-17 and 17-18, during 18-19 and 19-20, there is a sharp decrease in production. This is mainly due to there was a flood and so much of rain was there, and disease occurrence. All these factors has resulted in decrease in production during these years. And 2020-21, there is an estimate of there will be increase in production. This is from Spices Board estimate. And if you see state-wise area and production of cardamom in India, Kerala, Karnataka, and some parts of Tamil Nadu, these are the major cardamom producing states in India. And Kerala is the leader in production, and followed by Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. And in Karnataka, if you see, just I want to show the productivity. In case of Kerala, productivity is very high, 500, 400 kg per hectare. But in case of Karnataka, productivity is very less. It is 57 kgs per hectare. And in all the years, it was less only. But if you see, it is during some 18-19 and 19-20 in Kerala also, there is a reduction in productivity. But there is an estimate that by 2021, there was an estimate that it would be increasing like 523 kg per hectare. But in case of Karnataka, there is a fall in productivity. And Tamil Nadu, it is coming up. Nowadays, people are taking up cardamom cultivation in Tamil Nadu also. And this is one study where one farmer, so many farmers, they have interviewed and they have taken what are all the constraints in cardamom cultivation, why there is a fall in cultivation of cardamom, or they have mentioned many factors. I have taken 1 or 2 points from each one. In case of production, they are telling like high incidence of pests and diseases. That is a major problem in cardamom. Like it is affected by cutte disease, rhizome rot, cutte pest, cutte disease, rhizome rot disease, and also thrips. That is a major pest. So to control all these pests and diseases, they need so much of plant protection chemicals that will be of higher cost. That is one of the major problem in production. And also labor shortage also will be there. And it is one of the means for picking, it requires so much of labor. Hand picking only has to be done. So that is also one of the major problem in production. In case of marketing, fluctuation in market price. If you see last 5 to 6 years, there was increase in price. After a long time, it has reached 5,000, 6,000 per kg. But now again, people started growing, but there is again fluctuation in the market price and it has come down below 1,000 rupees. And one more thing is adaptation problems, like lack of knowledge about adaptation, how we have to cultivate, and lack of disease resistant varieties. There are technologies available with the institute, but farmers may not be knowing some of the technologies which they have to use and what all the resistant varieties are available. All these factors have become constraints in cardamom cultivation. And coming to institutes in India, which are all the institutes which are working on small cardamom? If you see ICAR, under ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, it will come under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Our institute is the only one institute which is working on cardamom, that is Indian Institute of Spices Research. Main institute is at Calicut, and ours is the regional station at Appangala, Madikeri. We are working on it. And in under Spices Board, that is Ministry of Commerce, there is two stations like Indian Cardamom Research Institute at Mailadampara and a regional station at Sakleshpur. They are working on R&D. And there are state agricultural universities. They are also working on this. That is under University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, the DHRS Madikeri, Karnataka. And in Kerala, Cardamom Research Station, Pampadampara. They are working on small cardamom. Coming to cardamom, there are three cultivar groups. If you see, they are Malabar, Mysore, and Valuka types. This categorization is based on the adaptability and the growth habit. They are categorized into three groups. In Karnataka, mostly whatever we are growing, that will be under Malabar or Valuka types will be there. These Malabar types, how it is characterized is here panicles, that is flowering, inflorescence is called as panicle. That panicles will be prostrate, like panicles will go on the ground. So that is called as prostrate type of panicle. So Malabar type is characterized by that one. And in case of Mysore, this is grown in high altitudes, 900 to 1200 mean sea level. It is mostly cultivated in Kerala and parts of Tamil Nadu. Here panicles will be erect. It will be straight from the ground. So that group is Mysore type. And in case of Valuka, it is to be a natural hybrid between Malabar and Mysore type. Here the panicles will be semi-erect. It will not be straight or it will not be on the ground. It will be semi-erect. And this Valuka type is suitable for both the cultivation in Karnataka as well as Kerala conditions. And we have so much of genetic diversity in cardamom. Cardamom is mainly a cross-pollinated plant. So there will be so much of diversity will be getting from cross-pollination. And there are many types, like as I already told, panicle branching panicle habit will be different, and there will be different types of panicles like compound type panicles, simple panicles, and shape of the capsules also elongated, bowl type, different type, ovoid type, like that difference will be there. And in flower also we have two types. Most of the varieties or cultivars what we have, that will have a purple tinge in the petals, but one variety is there, that is white flower, there is no purple this one. So that variation also we have in cardamom. So using all this genetic diversity, our institutes which are working on cardamom, they are developing varieties. For going for any cultivation of any crop, selection of the varieties is the major thing. Which variety we have to select for which area, or if any disease or pest problem is there, which variety we have to select. So from our institute, we have released 4 varieties. I'll go one by one. So all the 4 varieties, they belongs to Malabar type. They are suitable for cultivation in Karnataka conditions. And first one is Appangala 1. It is suitable for intensive cultivation, both under monocrop and mixed cropping conditions. And it produces about 89% of bold capsules. And it has it gives an average yield of 745 kg per hectare. And it has the potential yield. It can give potential yield up to 1300 kg per hectare. Like if you do intensive cultivation, irrigation, everything, if you take care nicely, so it can give up to 1300 kg per hectare. Next
Dr.
variety.
Akshitha?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you on your camera, please?
There may be some network issue may come, so I switched off.
Okay, no problem. Please continue. After
presentation, I'll switch on.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next is ISR Avinash. This is also from our institute, and this variety, specialty of this variety is it will be having dark green color capsules. In most of the Malabar types, the capsules will be of pale yellow in color after drying also. So, but in this variety, we will get green color capsules, and this variety is tolerant to rhizome rot disease. Resistant to rhizome rot disease. That disease and I'll explain later. And it can give average yield up to 848 kg per hectare, and potential yield will be around 1400 kg per hectare. And next variety is ISR Vijeta. In cardamom, there is one devastating disease. In Karnataka, most of the people left cardamom cultivation just because of this disease. That is cardamom katte virus, cardamom mosaic virus. It is called katte disease because of that. This variety is resistant to that disease. And it can give yield up to 643 kg per hectare and potential yield of 979 kg per hectare. And next variety is Appangala 2. All those varieties, whatever I told earlier, they are clonal selections. And this variety is a hybrid. This variety is also resistant to katte virus. And this is a cross between our released variety Appangala 1 crossed with NKE19. NKE19 is natural cut escape line, and this can give yield up to 927 kg per hectare. And one more institute, the ICAR Spices Board, they are working on research in cardamom, and they have developed 8 varieties, ICRI1 to ICRI8. In this ICRI3 and ICRI8, they are suitable to Karnataka conditions for cultivation. Nowadays, ICRI5 is also coming up in Karnataka. And this ICRI3, this is also tolerant to rhizome rot, and it can give yield up to 599 kg per hectare. And ICRI8, this is also one of the good variety, and it can give yield up to 706 kg per hectare. And it will give 70% of the bold capsules. One more institute, that is under University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, Madikeri. They have released 3 varieties, Madikeri 1, Madikeri 2, and Madikeri 3. All these 3 are Malabar types, and they are suitable for cultivation in Karnataka conditions. And Kerala Agriculture University also, they have released 3 varieties, PV1, PV2, and PV3, and they are Malabar types only. And not only institutes, whatever varieties we have seen, as I already told, in cardamom, there is so much of genetic variation, and getting the variation is easy because of cross-pollination nature. So farmers have also developed many of the varieties. In Kerala, if you see, each family, they have one or two varieties by their family name in cardamom. They are cultivating their own varieties. In all the, I have listed some few of the varieties, and they have got recognition from National Innovation Foundation also, some of the farmers. And one variety, that is Nellani Green Gold. It is a Valuka type. This is most of the area, whatever under cultivation in Karnataka and Kerala, most of the area is covered by this variety, Valuka type. It is a Valuka type, and it is very high yielding variety. Next, coming to the propagation aspect. This cardamom, it has advantage of both sexual as well as asexual propagation is possible in this. Asexually, it can be propagated by using suckers, and sexually by using the seeds. Both the ways it is possible, but it is recommended to go for asexual propagation by using suckers, because already I told it's a cross-pollinated one. If you go for seed propagation, it will whatever plants we will get, it will be heterozygous. It will not be true to type. If you want, for example, if you want a variety Appangala 1, means you have to take the suckers only. Then only that variety can be told as Appangala 1. If you take the Appangala 1 seeds, and so it will not be the same variety. So sucker propagation is important. We have one technology, that is rapid clonal propagation method. In this method, first we have to go for taking the deep trenches of about 45 centimeter width and depth, and of convenient length. And this should be filled with humus-rich topsoil, sand, and compost. And then planting units. This planting unit is a one sucker, mother sucker. It will have one peeping shoot. That unit is called as planting unit in case of cardamom. That will be planted in a spacing of 1.8 by 0.6 meter. And irrigation application after 2 months, we have to go on giving along with irrigation. This will lead to production of about 15 to 20 planting units. In 10 months, we can produce this much of planting unit by this method. And if we are going for seed propagation, we have to select open, well-drained area and prepare the beds. And capsules should be selected from second or third harvest. During September month, we have to select good ripened capsules, and seeds should be extracted and washed nicely. And acid scarification, we have to give like 25% nitric acid for 10 minutes. We have to give for hastening the germination and removing that mucilaginous coating on the seeds. It helps in good germination, and then seeds will be sown on the beds. And germination, it will commence from about 20 to 25 days, and it may continue up to 1 or 2 months. Then when these seedlings will reach of 3 to 4 leaf stage, then that should be transplanted to the secondary nursery. Here, secondary nursery, we can make either bed nursery or polybag nursery. In case of bed nursery, we have to prepare the beds, and on that plants have to be transplanted at a spacing of 20 to 25 centimeter distance. And in case of polybag nursery, we have to fill the polybags with the potting mixture, and these seedlings, 3 to 4 leaf stage seedlings should be transplanted, and they will be ready for planting during the rainy season. Planting, mainly we should go for cardamom planting during the monsoon. When monsoon starts only, we should go for planting. Throughout the year, we can't go for planting in case of cardamom, like May, June, and heavy rain days like in July or August. If we have heavy rains, that time also we should avoid planting this cardamom. And pit size, it varies from if it is Malabar type, 45 centimeter cube pits can be open, and for Valuka and Mysore types, 45 centimeter or 90 centimeter cube pit should be opened, and this pit should be filled with topsoil, FIM, and a neem cake, and 50 grams of rock phosphate has to be filled, and it should be mixed thoroughly, and then the planting units should be planted, and then we have to give staking for the suckers. Otherwise, it will fall down if there is a heavy wind or something like that. So staking is must for cardamom plant. And the spacing for Malabar types, we can use 1.8 by 1.8 meter or 2 by 2 meter. And in case of Mysore and Valuka, we can use we can give 3 by 3 meter spacing for both the varieties. After planting, we should take care, like first year weeding. So much of weeds may come, we are irrigating continuously. That time we should do hand weeding near the base of the plant, and between the spaces of the plants, we can do for slash weeding, or by using machine, we can do mechanical weeding. And this earthing up, this is also one of the important activity in cardamom. It should be done during October, December. It helps to loosening that compact soil will be there near the base. That also it will help. And also some in cardamom there is a walking habit, like when one sucker, old sucker dies, new suckers will come. So it will start moving from the place where we have planted, and also roots will be visible every year due to rain, or soil will not be there in the base of the plant. So this after harvesting and cutting the panicles, we have to go for earthing up every year. And trashing, this is also one of the important activity. It should be done in cardamom. This should be done from second year of planting, and there should be moisture while doing this one. If in heavy summer days, it should not be done, because it will lead to scorching of plants also. When we start irrigating the plants, we can go for trashing. This is trashing, means this is removing the senile and dried leaves and shoots. So it helps in better sunlight penetration, aeration, better tillering. And also I told there are some pests also, thrips and aphids. These will be the old leaves will be breeding sites for those pests. So when we remove that one, it will help to reduce the pest population. And irrigation is must in cardamom. Cardamom, one thing I should tell, like cardamom, we can't grow where there is so much of water logging also, and it can't survive if there is no water also. So both should be taken care. Like if there is so much of water logging, there we may have the rhizome rot problem may come. So there and all, we have to give good drainage. Drainage is must. Every year we should clean the drains, and proper drainage should be given for cardamom. And in irrigation, to manage the post monsoon drought, we have to give irrigation. We should start irrigating from January up to May, till starting of monsoon. We should give irrigation at an interval of 10 to 15 days. We can go for either sprinkler irrigation or mini sprinklers or drip irrigation. Any type of irrigation method we can follow. And shade management, this is also one of the important factor. Like cardamom, it requires shade. For cultivating, around 50 to 60% of filtered sunlight is required for proper growth and flowering. If there is so much of open condition, there may be problem of leaf blight disease may come. So shade regulation is also very important. So before commencement of monsoon, it should be done. Otherwise, if there is so much of shade is there also rhizome rot disease problems may come. So coming to manuring and fertilizer application, so every year this should be done. Like first year 1/3 of the recommended dose, second year half of the recommended dose should be given, and third year onwards we can give full dose of fertilizers. In case of rain-fed condition, we have to we can go for 2 splits before, like when we get first showers, and after that at the end also we can give 1 split. That is 75, 150 kg of NPK per hectare. And in case of irrigated, 3 splits we can give 125, 125 and 250 kg per hectare. And also from our institute, they have developed site-specific nutrient management for targeted yield in cardamom. That is based on the soil test reports. We can see the soil test reports and also what is our how much yield we are getting per hectare. Based on that, we can give the fertilizer. Hello.
Yes, Dr. Akshita, we can hear you.
Yeah. So based on soil test, we can give the fertilizer. This is like how much nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium is available in the soil. Based on that, we can calculate how much fertilizer we should give. And also, as I told, water macronutrients, water NPK is required. Like that, we need micronutrients also for proper growth and development of the plant and to get good yield. For this foliar application of micronutrient mixture, this mixture is developed by our institute. It is specific to cardamom. Here we can apply like 5 gram of this nutrient should be mixed with 1 liter of water, and twice in a year we can give this as a foliar spray. While giving spray, we should be careful, like we should keep in mind that there should be moisture in the field. Like when it is so sunny, that time we should not give. If it is not irrigated, field is not irrigated, we should not give the this micronutrient spray. It will lead, sometimes it may lead to scorching. So pollination, as I already told, it is a cross-pollinated plant. Honeybees are the major pollinators in cardamom. So keeping around 4 to 5 honeybee colonies per hectare, it will help in increasing the pollination and good setting of flowers. And one more thing is that during that peak flowering season, we should avoid using highly toxic insecticides, and spraying after 12 noon is also desirable to reduce harm to the pollinators, where the activity will be, that time it will be less. So coming to insect pests, in cardamom, a major insect which is causing problem in cardamom is cardamom thrips. Here the extent of damage will be up to 80%. It will be more during summer months. With unopened leaf spindles, leaf sheaths, flower bracts, and flower tubes, everywhere it will get bred. So I told, no, trashing is also very important activity to remove the breeding sites of this one. And along with that, we have to go for spray. We can go for spraying of these chemicals, like spraying of fipronil, that will 0.005% means around 1 ml, or spinosad 1 ml per liter. It can be alternatively sprayed during February, March, April, May, September, and October. Or single spray of spinosad or quinalphos along with 3 times application of a biocontrol agent, which is also developed from our institute, like Canicillium saliate. This also helps to effectively manage the thrips population. So before going for any spraying of this one, trashing is must. After trashing, only removal of old and dead leaves only, we have to go for spraying. And next insect is shoot and capsule borer. This will bore the cardamom shoot as well as the capsules. So for this one, quinalphos around 2 ml per liter should be sprayed during February, March, and September, October. And cardamom shoot fly. This is also one important pest, where this we can see after cessation of monsoon. When there is rain is there, that much we won't, that time we won't see that much this pest. After cessation of rain, this will affect the new shoots, whichever new shoots are coming, wherever we have done new planting, there this problem will be very high. It will almost it will look like a dead heart symptom, that new tillers whichever are coming, it will be affected by this pest. So it is very important to control this, otherwise we may lose almost all the new shoots which are coming. So for this one, we have to go for spraying quinalphos or dimethoate. Along with that, if you start giving good irrigation and nutrient also, so many new tillers may come. So that will help to establish good plants. And cardamom aphid, this is also one important pest. Here, this is a transmitter of a cuttay disease. I told, no, this is a devastating disease. So this will cause, transmit that disease from one plant to plant. So destruction of this plant is, avoiding this pest in the field is also very important. And coming to diseases, algal or capsule rot, this is one of the important disease, and it may cause crop loss up to 30 to 40%. And here it will be spread during heavy and continuous rainfall will be there during July, August. That time this will be very high. This incidence will be very high. So control measure is giving good drainage. That is one of the must, and spraying with 1% Bodo mixture and copper oxychloride drenching. This before monsoon, we can take up copper oxychloride drenching as a protective measure to avoid the spread of this disease. And next disease is rhizome rot. This is also during heavy rains, if there is no proper drainage, or then it will start spreading from one plant to another plant. So for this also, we have to go for good phytosanitation. Like we should open the shade before the onset of the monsoon, and we should remove, if there is a disease, we should remove that fallen suckers and all, and spraying and soil drenching with Bordeaux mixture or copper oxychloride around 2 to 3 liters per plant. And also we can go for, if there is a we know that if that area is prone to rhizome rot, we can go for cultivating ICAR Avinash variety. And leaf blight, this is also like where there is an open condition, there this leaf blight problem will be very high if the shade percentage is reduced. And we can see different symptoms in these pictures, like leaf blight. Sometimes it will vary between Valuka types and Malabar types. There will be variation in leaf blight symptoms. And for this prophylactic measure, like Bordeaux mixture, we can spray during May, June, and also during August, September. And if this is just a prophylactic spray, once the disease appears, you can go for combination product like our carbendazim and mancozeb spray, or carbendazim spray can be taken up during August, September. And this spray has to be repeated 30 days interval for 2 to 3 times, depending on the severity and extent of the disease spread. Next is the cutted disease. This is a viral disease. As we all know, like in plants, if there is a viral disease, it's very difficult to control. We don't have a control measure for viral diseases. So here crop loss will be almost 80 to 90%, almost 100% it will be there. First year plants will be there, but it will start spreading from one plant to another. A feed, it will start spreading from, and also infected suckers also. If there is a disease and unknowingly, if we take the suckers from that plantation, it will come to your plantation also. But before taking suckers from any plantation, we should be careful that if there is no virus only, we should take the suckers from that plantation. So for this one, every month we should do cutte survey. Like our plantation, we should go and see each and every plant leaf, like is there any symptoms of cutte disease. And if there is something, we should not leave on, we should not remove only that sucker. We should remove the whole plant. It will be there in the whole plant, that disease. So it should be, that whole plant should be removed and destroyed. Coming to harvesting and processing, cardamom will start bearing from second year. First year also we may get some flowers, panicles, but we should concentrate more on getting, as I already told, we will plant only one mother plant will be there and one peeping shoot will be there. So first year our motto should be developing more number of suckers. If we get more number of suckers in the first year, next year onwards we may start getting good yield. So from second year it will start yielding, and good yield will start from third year onwards. From one flower, flower opening to maturing of the capsule, it will take around 110 days. And before full ripening, it should be harvested. It is a skill oriented one. Harvesting is and also labor intensive work, because cardamom won't flower at a time. Like some flowers, plants will flower at a time. So here it will not have synchronous flowering. Each flower will open one by one. So maturity also will vary. So we have to go for 7 to 8 rounds of harvest will be there. So based on the maturity, it should be harvested and dried. And after harvesting, we have to wash the capsules, and drying we can go for either by using firewood. Astra dryer will come, or electric dryers are also available. So we can go for drying, and then polishing should be done. Then it can be graded based on 7 mm, 6 mm, like that grading will be done and packed and stored. And these are all the different grades for Indian cardamom. And this is our app. We have one mobile app for ICAR cardamom. It is available in our website www.spices.res.in, or also on Google Play Store. You can download this app. Here complete details about cultivation, varieties, nutrition, harvest and post-harvest technology, pest and disease, everything is available in this app. You can download and see. And finally, I would like to thank agricultureinformation.com for the opportunity, and Director ICAR-ISR Calicut for deputing me for this webinar. and also head ICAR-ISR regional station Appangala, and all my colleagues for all the support. Thank you. And this is our address. If any doubts or anything, you can contact our regional station at Appangala. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Akshitha, for a very detailed presentation. Now I'll move to the question round. In the meantime, can you switch?
I switch
on the camera. Yeah. Okay. The first question is from Mr. Raghavendra. The question is as follows: can we get tissue culture cardamom plants? Which variety is suitable to grow in Mysore Taluk?
So tissue culture plants as of now, it's not available with any government institutes. It's not available. Private people, they are starting now, but tissue culture plants cost will be very high. So you can go for taking the plants whichever available with our institute, or that one you can try. Which area in Mysore?
Mr. Raghavendra, can you just let us know which area in Mysore? In the meantime, I'll take up the next question. Where is cardamom mainly grown in India?
It is mainly cultivated in Kerala, Karnataka, and some parts of Tamil Nadu.
Okay. And the next question is, one second. Okay. The next question is, can cardamom grow in Erode? The temperature is between 35 to 40 degrees.
No, sir, it's difficult. Sometimes it may grow if you give good climatic condition, like within some what's that, coconut or some shade and all, you can cultivate. But when it is very high temperature, flowering and fruit setting will be a problem.
Okay. Next question is, can these be intercropped in coconuts?
It can be intercropped. Only one problem what we have is like sometimes that fronds will fall, no, coconut fronds. So that may lead to some injury to these plants, cutting of the plant, destruction of the plant, that will be there. So that also should be taken care. With wide spacing, we can go for planting in between also.
Okay. Next question is, what help is available from Spices Board for farmers wanting to start in spices farming?
Just I would like to clarify, our institute won't come under Spices Board. Spices Board is a different entity and we are different. Our ICR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, we are mainly on research. So we are developing varieties and producing planting material. All these facilities are available from our institute. For that, there is no subsidy or anything from our, as it is a research institute. There will be a amount fixed for the planting material and all, and also you will get the technical support from us if you want to cultivate. If you want any technical help, like you want to know how to grow and all those things will be available from our institute. From Spices Board, there will be subsidy for new cultivation and all, area increase in that and all. So that you have to contact the nearby Spices Board office only.
Okay. Next question. Are there new farmers getting into cardamom cultivation these days, or is it mainly traditional farmers?
Nowadays, when I told no, like 5 to 6 years back, that cardamom, 4 to 5 years back, we saw there is a increase in cardamom price, like 5 to 6,000 it has increased. That time we could see so many farmers were coming for cultivating cardamom. Like many people who were working outside also, they wanted to grow cardamom, and in many places where it is not a traditional cardamom belt, but in Kerala and all, we can see it is mostly traditional cultivation is only going on. Already they have the plantation and it is going on. But in Karnataka, area has so much of area, there is a reduction in area.
Okay. And the next question is, the main market for cardamom is in exports or in domestic market?
There is domestic also. There actually it will be like Spices Board. They have auction centers. There so much of people will go and auction their produce. It will go both for domestic as well as export. Major countries which are importing our cardamom were Saudi Arabia and UAE. But now this reduction in our price is mainly because of there is a decrease in import from those countries due to all this COVID and all these situations.
Okay. Let me check if we have left with any questions. In the meantime, I also shared the contact information with our participants so that they can reach out to you directly in case if they have any further questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. No, I don't see any further questions from our participants. So now we have come to end of question round. Agricultureinformation.com likes to thank the speaker, Dr. Akshitha, for taking the time to talk with us. I also like to thank all the participants for their time. The meeting will now be closed.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. You can leave, ma'am.